Earthworms benefit gardens in many ways. When they move through soil, they create spaces that help air, water, and nutrients reach plant roots. But earthworms also leave behind something else: earthworm castings. Castings, the end product of worm digestion, can improve soil and plant health for indoor and outdoor plants. They're so beneficial, in fact, that some gardeners raise their own worms. Earthworm castings are naturally full of organic matter and desirable microorganisms that yield multiple benefits. Nutrient-rich, biologically active earthworm castings provide essential plant nutrients, including iron, but they also work to improve the structure of soil, from potting soil mixes and indoor plants to outdoor garden soil. The humus in earthworm castings helps increase soil's water retention, improve soil aeration, and anchor plant nutrients that would otherwise leach away with water. Castings also feed beneficial soil microorganisms that produce, store, and slowly release plant nutrients into your soil to feed plants. On top of their soil benefits, earthworm castings provide substances that directly influence healthy plant growth. Researchers have found that worm castings enhance seed germination, plant growth, flowering, and fruit production. Castings also curb certain plant diseases, including root and crown rots and wilt disease, and inhibit some insect pests, including mites, aphids, and mealy bugs. Worm castings suppress damping-off disease in seedlings. They also found that castings naturally degrade the protective covering of some insect pests, regulate plant nutrient release, and stimulate the cycle of nutrients from soil to plants. Unlike synthetic fertilizers or animal manure, worm castings won't burn plant roots. They contain microorganisms that support healthy soil, including potting soil. How to use worm castings in containers. Using worm castings for potted plants is really no different than using regular compost. With worm castings fertilizer, use about a quarter cup, 0.6 milliliters, for every 6 inches, 15 centimeters, of container diameter. Mix the castings into the potting soil. Alternatively, sprinkle 1 to 3 tablespoons, 15 to 45 milliliters, of worm castings around the stem of container plants, then water well. Refresh the potting soil by adding a small amount of worm castings to the top of the soil monthly throughout the growing season. Don't worry if you add a little extra. Unlike chemical fertilizers, worm castings won't harm your plants. Worm casting tea is made by steeping worm castings in water. The tea can be poured over the potting soil or sprayed directly on foliage. To make worm casting tea, mix 2 cups, 0.5 L, of castings with about 5 gallons, 19 L, of water. You can add the castings directly to the water or put them in a mesh tea bag. Let the mixture steep overnight.